Hola YouTube, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Darieny, and if you're new, bienvenido. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I highlight and contour my face when I do my makeup. So if you want to see how I highlight and contour, keep on watching. As you can see, I already started with foundation on my face and I already did my eyebrows. For foundation, I use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter foundation in the shade 450. I have to get another bottle because this one is done. To highlight my face, I'm going to conceal first and then highlight just to brighten it up a little bit more. I was using the Colourpop Pro Filter Concealer in the color Rich Tan 65, but that wasn't giving me much of a highlight that I wanted. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this concealer to conceal under my eye, and I'm going to be using the Colourpop Pro Filter Concealer in the shade Deep Tan 55 to highlight. I'm going in with Rich Tan 65, and I'm going to apply that under my eye just to conceal. And I'm going to use my beauty blender, which I should have washed before using again, but it is what it is. I'm on the go all the time. I don't have time for that. Okay. So there we go. That's helping a little bit just to give me a little bit of a conceal, you know, so I could look a little bit awake. Now we are going to go with this new baby, Deep Tan 55. I'm going to start off with a little bit because I don't know how light this is gonna look on me. So I'm going to do two. Yeah. And I'm going to see how that blends. Oh yeah, there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and spread that and bring it all the way out to give us an awake effect. Okay, not bad. I like that. So I went ahead and applied a little bit of the Deep Tan 55 on my chin area, my nose bridge, and the bottom parts of my forehead because I have a huge forehead. So I want to make the appearance that my forehead is not as big as it is. That's not bad at all. As you can see already, the light is already hitting that, which is good. Imagine if I would have concealed my whole forehead, then boom, 5 head alert. I like it. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Now to set my highlight, I'm going to use the Sacha Buttercup, and I'm going to add a little bit of that where I apply the concealer. Hope it's a little bit because I tend to get a little heavy-handed. Okay, good. And I'm going to go ahead and apply that in all the places where I concealed and highlighted. There we go. And also, if you ever use these products, make sure you use a little bit at a time because these mattify very quickly. So if you're going to use this product, apply it on one side first, blend it in, apply it on the other side, blend it in, and so on. Because if you let this dry, it's gonna be hard for you to blend it out. Now, to contour and to give my face a little bit of definition, I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty Match Stick in the shade Espresso. I just picked this up recently from Sephora, and this is my second time using it, and I already love it. I can tell this is gonna be one of my holy grails, and I already see myself going back to Sephora to get more. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the matchstick around my cheekbones, my jawline, because I gotta hide my little double chin because that ain't cute, and my forehead, so we could give my forehead the illusion that it's not as big as it is. Now I'm going to blend that in with the bottom part of my beauty blender. And also, whenever you're blending in your contour, make sure you blend it by dabbing it, not by dragging it, because then it gives your face a weird shape, and also it makes it look slightly dirty. So always make sure that you blend it in real good. And I know this video is usually short, but I have to speed it up, because if I put the full length of the video, you guys are gonna be bored. So this is usually a 45-minute process, but I'm conjoining it into a shorter video so you guys could get the point. Let me blend in that double chin. Now that I'm done blending in my contour, I go back with a little bit of setting and apply that right under my contour, just to make my face look a little bit more snatched. So I could look like I lost 5 pounds in the last few minutes, which is impossible. But hey, the power of makeup. Now I usually go ahead and set my contour, and I usually use the black Radiance pressed powder to set it, but I recently went to Rite Aid to buy a new setting powder, and I saw that they have a new shade. I believe the shade was in the name Coffee, which was this rich dark chocolate color, and I thought that would be a good color for me to contour. I bought it, and then I got home and I broke it. I swear, I'm like the clumsiest person ever. I thought I was getting better, but stuff like that happens. Like, what the hell? So I don't have anything to set right now, but I also feel like this matchstick doesn't really need much of a setting, so I'm going to just let it be and just make sure I set my face. But first, I go ahead and dust off all the excess powder. Now to set my whole face, I'm going to use the black Radiance pressed powder in the shade Ebony. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish my face off camera and come back for the second step of highlighting. So be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I went ahead and did a little bit of nude eyeshadow just to give my eyes some definition. I went ahead and applied some mascara. I also added a little bit of the eyeshadow under my eye just so I could look a little bit awake, and I applied a little bit of eyeliner. I went ahead and highlighted the inner corner of my eyes. And now the last part of highlighting is to actually go ahead and highlight. And for that, I use my everyday BH Cosmetics Wild and Radiant Baked Illuminating and Bronze palette. And I always use the golden tone. And I'm going to go ahead and apply that with this fan brush that I got from my local beauty supply store. I'm just going to go ahead and highlight the top part of my cheekbones, just to give myself a subtle highlight. Not bad. Now my nose. I love me a good nose highlight. Like, I don't go too crazy on my cheek area, but my nose highlight, inner corner of my eye, always can never go wrong with that. That is a crazy highlight. Oh Lord, I went crazy with the highlight today. Okay, so just for a recap, to highlight, you can always go ahead and just highlight, or you can build up the highlight by concealing first and then highlighting. To conceal, I use the Colourpop Pro Filt'r Concealer in the shade Rich Tan 65. And to highlight, I use the Colourpop Pro Filt'r Concealer in the shade Deep Tan 55. And I went ahead and set my highlight with my handy dandy Sacha Buttercup. And to contour, I went ahead and used the Fenty Beauty Match Stick in the shade Espresso. And I went ahead and applied that my cheek area, my jawline, and my forehead. And you can also set your contour with a dark setting powder, but I didn't have to do that this time, and I didn't have the powder too, but I don't think I needed it anyway. I always go for like a neutral makeup. I don't usually go all out unless I'm going out somewhere, or you know, unless it's a special occasion. So I didn't have to do that this time, so I'm okay with that. And to highlight, I used the BH Cosmetic Wild and Radiance Baked Illuminating and Bronzing palette. So I went ahead and used that and highlighted my cheek, my nose, the inner corner of my eye, and my brow bone. And also, when I don't go too crazy with makeup, I usually highlight my Cupid's bow. I didn't do that this time, but I usually do that also. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and do it just so you guys could see it. And there you go, and this is what it looks like when I highlight my Cupid's bow, you know, just so my lips could stand out a little bit more. Not that it has to, because, you know, my lips already stand out because, you know, I have cute little juicy lips. But yeah, those are the products that I've been using lately to highlight and contour. And so far I like it. I actually like the matchstick better than I like the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade I believe Mahogany that I usually use, because the matchstick, it looks like a contour but it also looks subtle. So I really like that about it.